My name's Davida Shensky, and the title of this program is Live Without Limits, Reach Personal Success on a Daily Basis. Our purpose is to work with you on any issues you have around mental health and psychology, relationships, anything that affects you and keeps you from reaching your personal goals in life. And today's presentation is Are Children Addicted to Technology? 9 Signs and Behaviors on How to Discuss this topic. And I know it may not seem like it's an important factor, but technology, when you do too much of it, can affect the brain in certain respects. But the neat thing is that technology has advanced a lot of things and has made it more of an equal playing field in the workplace. So technology is a wonderful thing, and it has made our lives so much easier in so many ways. Most children or teens do not even begin to appreciate the advanced technology they get to enjoy as opposed to what was available to their grandparents and great grandparents. With all the new technology, though, a question is recurring among adults and school professionals. Are children addicted to technology? Are children addicted to technology? If you were to visit one high school, you would probably find that 95% of teens have a cell phone on them. The same percentage probably has a computer at home with internet access. These things are not so bad in and of themselves, but the time spent using these gadgets can become ultra time consuming and interfere with daily living in an era before cell phones and the internet. My childhood was characterized by genuine connections and outdoor exploration without digital distractions. We gathered at parks and playgrounds, engaging in imaginative play and forging strong bonds. Nature became our playground, and we spent weekends biking and venturing into the forest and streams. Communication took time and effort, relying on letters and landline phones, which I think heightened the anticipation of connection. We also seem to thrive on independence, solving problems without instant internet answers, and seeking knowledge mainly through books and encyclopedias. I can't even imagine what my childhood and teen years would have been like if we had the technology available today. Or children addicted to cell phones. If you're a parent, you probably do your best to make sure that your child does not become addicted to technology. However, cell phone addiction is more common than many people think. A survey conducted by Common Sense Media revealed that approximately half of the teenagers, according to the poll's findings, consider themselves addicted to their mobile devices. The survey involved 1,240 interviews with both parents and their children aged 12 to 18. Interestingly, 59% of parents expressed their belief that their teenagers were addicted to their devices. Do you know that children don't even talk to each other when they're sitting at the table because they're so used to texting each other that they would rather text than talk across the table. Developmental pediatrician Mark Burton, MD, states in his article, Teen Phone Use 101, smartphones are based on algorithms that drive usage, similar in part to how slot machines work. We got hooked on a moment of engagement. It passes, and then we crave more. He points out that technology is not necessarily good or bad, but what's more important is how one chooses to use it. Burton adds, technology is only a tool, much like driving a car. Most teens require adult guidance until they show themselves ready around driving, similar to their use of smartphones and other devices. Signs and behaviors related to phone addiction. If you're not sure what signs and behaviors indicate mobile phone addiction, here are some things to look out for. Spending a lot of time on the phone and neglecting other responsibilities, feeling restless, irritable, or anxious when they can't use their phone, experiencing negative efforts on their mental health, like anxiety, depression, or low self esteem, letting phone use interfere with schoolwork, chores, or spending time with friends and family, losing interest in activities they used to enjoy, constantly thinking about their phone, even when they're not using it, having a hard time controlling their phone use or resisting the urge to check it, not getting enough sleep because they stay up late using their phone, avoiding social interaction, and preferring online communication. The reality is that teens can and do get addicted to cell phones, as well as adults with phone serving as constant companions. Adults often find themselves unconsciously reaching for their devices, entranced by the allure of social media, games, and digital distractions. Texting and driving, and this is something that is a very big problem today. Today, a record number of teens are texting and driving, which is very dangerous. Hundreds of accidents per year occur due to directly to texting and driving. In fact, a study by the AAA Foundation of Traffic Safety, teen drivers were found to be appropriately 4 times more likely to be involved in a crash when using a cell phone, including texting, compared to those who did not engage in distracted driving. Many innocent people lose their lives as well because someone could not wait to read or send a text. If you are in the habit of texting and driving, please stop. Be responsible behind the wheel and be a good example. As teens addicted to social media, the same holds true for social media. Children and teens can become addicted to the world of their friends or Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and spend hour after hour each day checking statuses, chatting, posting photos, sending messages, and so on. In a 2018 survey conducted by Pew Research Center, it was found that 45% of teenagers reported behind or being online either almost constantly or several times a day, participating in a wide range of online activities, including social media, spending so much time on social media or becoming addicted to it can pose some problems such as mental health impact. Spending too much time on social media can lead to feelings of anxiety, depression, and loneliness, as constant comparisons to others can be made and make them feel inadequate. Decreased productivity, excessive social media use can distract teens from important tasks like schoolwork, activities, and responsibilities, affecting their ability to focus and achieve their goals. Cyberbullying and harassment. Online platforms can expose teens to bullying and harassment, leading to emotional distress, isolation, and long term psychological effects. Disrupted sleep, late night social media use with the blue light from screens can disrupt sleep patterns, causing difficulty falling asleep and affecting overall well being and performance. Negative self esteem, comparing themselves to others' idealized lives on social media can make teens feel insecure and pressured to meet unrealistic standards of beauty and lifestyle and possessions. Limited real life social interactions, excessive social media use can reduce face to face interactions and hinder the development of interpersonal skills and meaningful relationships. It's important to find a balance with social media use, communicate openly, and promote responsible online behavior to mitigate these potential issues. Teens and video games. Video games have become an irresistible part of a child's life, captivating more and more adolescents with their immersive and addictive nature, with a wide range of gaming options available on consoles and mobile devices. It's no surprise that many youths find themselves deeply engrossed in virtual worlds. However, this obsession can raise concerns about its impact on their well being, according to an article entitled The Health Effects of Too Much Gaming at Harvard Health Publishing. Excessive gaming can lead to reduced social interactions, disrupted sleep patterns, and lower academic performance. It's important for parents in society to balance encouraging the positive aspect of gaming while ensuring that it doesn't overshadow real life experiences and responsibilities. What does technology addiction mean? Technology addiction is when someone becomes dependent on some type of technology, such as the internet, smartphone, iPads, computers, social media, video games. As a parent, if you desire to bring up the topic of technology addiction with your child, approach the conversation with empathy, understanding, and a desire to help. Be calm and curious as you open the conversation. Let them know that you're concerned about their technology use and you want to check in with them. Use I statements rather than you. For example, you could say something like, I've noticed that you've been spending a lot of time on your phone, and I'm concerned about how this may be affecting you. You can also educate your child about the risks and dangers of addiction. Explain that addiction is a real concern and it can affect their mental health, school performance, relationships, and overall well being. Together, we can agree on boundaries regarding screen time and feel good about helping them not let technology control their life. Help them understand that technology is helpful, but it should not dictate their lives and take up their time. And the last thing I want to say about this is this, that technology has really advanced how we do business, which is a good thing. But it still needs to be controlled and it still needs its limits. And although it's one of the best ways to build a business and has made us a global economy, we still need to be aware that it can affect our mental health and it affects how we interact with people because we all have different behavior patterns. Some people are very laid back and reserved, and some people are very outgoing. And those people who are very outgoing may not be as affected by social media and being and the technology, while as people who are introverted, it's allow them to isolate themselves, which is not really very good for them.